Hey, today on Ask the Trainer, I got a couple questions about learning flow. Jeff recently asked, how many minutes does learn flow take and what's the runtime I need to set in the program? So just a good reminder that learning flow is its own process that you need to initiate. It doesn't happen in the background and it doesn't happen on its own. You have to interact with it. So when you're ready to learn flow, the controller will run one zone at a time. It'll allow the flow to stabilize, to even out, and then it'll record that flow and then move on to the next zone. It takes 3 to 4 minutes for each zone. It will ignore any concurrent zone setup that you've already provided. So if you said that 3 zones can run at a time in this program, it will only run one at a time so it can get flow just for that individual zone. When you're ready to learn flow, make sure that no water's running. So that means no zones running manually, no quick couplers, no hose bibs, nothing like that. And also double check your system, make sure it's in pretty good operating setup. So that means that broken heads, broken laterals, right? Because if you learn flow with those broken heads, that's the flow you put in and you've committed to. And then decide if you want to learn flow for an individual zone or for an entire program. Kind of depends what your purposes are. You can learn flow with the controller, so turn the dial to the flow position and open the menu Zone Learn Flow Operations, or maybe you want to use the Program Learn Flow Operations. And then navigate to the column, and then you can set when you want it to start. So you could set it just a few minutes from now, or you could set it tomorrow or tonight, your choice. I like learning through Base Manager, so you could go to the Quick View tab, select the program you want to learn, or select the zone, and then click Learn Flow, and it will start learning flow immediately. Now, after you're done learning flow, you can go to the Flow Setup tab and then go to Mainlines. There you will, and then ultimately go down to Zone Assignment. There you'll see the learn flows that have been populated. And if you see anything that's a 0, that's not quite ready, you need to go back and relearn flow for that one. But that's where the populated learn flows will come in there. Why do you want to learn flow? What's the significance to you? Well, managed by flow depends. It's critical on learning flow. Managed by flow is a reminder. It's taking multiple zones and running it together up to your design flow. So if you said, I can run 100 GPM through my main line, you might find you 425 GPM zones to meet up to that 100 GPM limit or some variance of there. But it needs to have those learn flows in there already. The other thing is your flow variance limits. That's based on your learn flow. So highly recommend that you take the time to learn flow, take these steps on that one.
Have a question for me? Click the link in the description and go to hydropoint.com/askthetrainer to submit your question.